What's up, nerds? Goz Master here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest, Goz Master of Flowers. Okay, Grandmaster of Flowers. Today I'm going to be reviewing early access, or at least for me, as soon as the new setup came out, they gave us access. Octagon gave me access to Grandmaster Flowers. So again, as always, this is becoming a long romance novel, and I'm loving every chapter of it. Thank you so much, Octagon, for giving me access to this Grandmaster Flowers. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. As I've said multiple times before, maybe in a video once or twice, I am not, I repeat, not a fan of mono-colored Planeswalkers. I don't think very highly of them. However, I've gotten to play with a couple of the new ones from the new set. I can't wait to show you the next one. They're bonkers. These are absolutely the most powerful monocolor walkers I've played with, period. Now, to be fair, I've never gotten one of the old school all white mono walkers. I don't have any of Johnny's. I don't think I do. If I do, I never play with them. In fact, I know I don't. I've never played with them because I was never attracted to them. Why? Because Tamiyo exists. Tamiyo is a thing in the sphere of MTGPQ. That said, I did get Sarah. And the reason I got Sarah was because I liked the ability to go off and have your first creature become a leader for angels and then go feed and break some of the angel mechanics. Unfortunately, there's no cards really in Standard, you know I'm a Standard player, that really breaks that mechanic. And it's okay. Sarah was okay as far as that was concerned. And I'm going to be honest with you, I had the same expectations for Goz Master of Flowers until I got him and I started playing with him, and then I realized, hey, he's actually pretty awesome, and I'm using him in a few events right now, and I'm really impressed with what he's got. Let's delve into it. So we've got Grandmaster of Flowers, Goz Master. He has this new ability, which is called the Evergreen. So just like the paper Magic cards, they have some static abilities that are always in play. In his case, and in all of the cases of the Planeswalkers for this set, they all have some benefit that happens to them based on, or at least I'm anticipating that, based on their loyalty to, or their mana bonuses, or anytime you cast a card that is in alignment with them. It's called alignment. So alignment works much like devotion in casting. So whenever you cast a white spell, for Grandmaster Flowers, your first creature gets a permanent +1/+1. Pretty powerful stuff. It's nice in that you're obviously going to be casting all white spells, so it should work all the time. At max level, at the 60th level, he has 123 life, which is pretty substantial in compared to some of the others. And then he has his 3 abilities. Before I go into those, let me actually go over his color mana bonuses. All of them are going to be pretty much laid out the same way out of this set. 5 to their main color, 4 to a secondary color, -2 to their opposite color of whatever their main color is, -1 to the secondary color of that one, and then +3 to the neutral color in their field. So, and again, white to black, blue to red, and then black to green. Those are the 2 opposites there, so they wind up offsetting that way. So 5, 4, 2, -2, -1, +3 to their color scheme. So you have a total of, I think it's +9. So that's +9, yep, and those even out, so it's +9 total. His abilities, Platinum Scales. So many tiny words on these, but they're actually kind of neat. 7 loyalty, draw a card. If that is a creature card, that creature gets +4/+4 and gains lifelink and vigilance. Otherwise, it gains 7 mana and you draw another card. This is a lot more useful than I thought after playing with it for a bit. And the key to a Planeswalker is your first impressions. You don't know what to think until you're actually in the heat of the battle, and you find yourself in situations where you're behind or you're in need of something to clear the board in fear of getting behind. This ability has come in handier than expected. It's not quite as good as a select, a different, being able to choose from the top 4, like a Rawl, is it Viceroy, or a Karn. Push your first ability, have a selection of cards, get what you need in hand, and you have a choice in it. In this case, it actually does something a little different, but I also think it's equally as good. If it's a creature, it gives it boast up. And there's many times where I don't want the creature, like I really want to draw the 2 cards. And if you draw a non-creature card, that first one gets 6 mana. That's significant at this level, or 7 mana rather. And then it allows you some interesting combinations that can happen, which I'm going to hopefully spotlight here in some of the gameplay. So that's 7 mana for your first one, Platinum Scales. Very good ability. Absolutely one of the more powerful first abilities. Highly recommended. Second ability, 12 loyalty. Way of the Open Hand, monk style. Create a Monk of the Open Hand token, then increase its level by 1 4 times. Increase your non-spell cards level by 1. So anything you have on the board that's focused on levels, that needs levels to advance, this can help out with that. I still haven't completely broken level stuff just yet in playing with this, but I'm liking level. I don't use the second ability very often unless, again, I'm behind or I have a creature on the board I want to protect on my side and I want to disable some of their creatures so I can attack through and not have the issues of that. Basically what he is he's a 1/1 elf monk with level. When you cast your second card each turn, increase this card's level by 1. So if you cast a couple, he goes up in level. When his card level is increased, reinforce this creature, then disable target opposing creature without double strike, first strike, or vigilance. That's important because if they have something that can block that has those things, you got to get them. Also, it's targeting, so if they have hexproof, you're kind of hosed there. Until the beginning of your next turn. This effect can trigger up to 3 times per turn. So if you cast 6 spells or whatever it is, you get to use it 3 times to disable different target creatures if they have multiples. And as long as this card's level is 7 or more, your creatures gain double strike. Pretty significant if you can level them up. So if you work around the leveling ability, he can take over pretty quickly. And again, good solid second ability, but you have to either build around it or B, use it in a pinch when you're behind. The real thing between the real abilities you're going to use, and if you have a great card collection, like somebody I know, the first ability, you're going to live in that first ability. That's all you're going to use. If you ever find yourself setting up combos, like somebody I know, you're going to wind up using the second ability just to kind of hold them off, just so you can run your combos. And it's functional. It plays. It matters. So it's a good second ability. Don't let me discount it just because I don't use it often. It can often turn the tide of a match by allowing me to get out what I need to get out. But this third ability, 21 loyalty, Platinum Dragon. Target creature has power and toughness becomes 7. Target creature's base power and toughness becomes 7/7. Then reinforce it. That creature gains first strike, flying, and vigilance. So I get a wall of 14/14 just as a baseline 1/1 creature or any type of creature. Immediately becomes a flying, first strike, vigilant, 14/14 with first strike that is a wall. So anything short of 14 power that's coming, or defense, that's coming to attack us, toughness rather, Ponyboy's going to take him out. Got it? It gains the dragon and god subtypes. So any benefits to dragons, anything that would be allowed to, pump dragons up or get benefits to a dragon on the field, or a god for that matter, he gets those benefits for. I don't know that there's really much out there right now that outside of Theros. Theros might have quite a bit of god stuff as well as call time. So look into that. Honestly, I haven't tried to break that aspect of it yet. Because 7/7 Bahamut Dragon. So the dragon itself, and the reason this is all dragon related is because the Goz Master of Flowers is actually Bahamut, who is a famous dragon inside of the realms of Dungeons and Dragons. So super cool. They played with the theme. I really like this Planeswalker. I'm going to give my full review at the end of it. But right now, let's go check out some gameplay. I have a couple builds to show you. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's my Pauper build. Take a screenshot to tech. This is all common and uncommons, and I like to feature this. Actually, one other thing I want to share with you guys too is 7 creatures you can build, 5 spells, and 7 supports. So 7, 5, and 7 is the max ability of what you can have inside of there. All right, so that said, I only have 1 creature in this build, and let me show you what it is that I've got going on. So this is Spell Satchel, 6 mana, support card. It's from Call Time. It's got 2 shield and it's got Magecraft. So Magecraft 2, reinforce the support, then convert 2 gems to loyalty gems. At the end of your turn, if this support is reinforced 3 or more times, draw 2 cards, then this support loses all of its reinforcements. So it helps with card draw if you're running multiple cards, cheap cards. And in addition to that, it helps convert loyalty. The purpose of this build, and you guys need to pay attention going forward, loyalty abilities are going to matter. I've got a build right now that is now my fastest deck in standard-ish. It needs a little tweaking. But as it sits right now, the cards will rotate into the next rotation that happened, and it will be the fastest deck in standard by my anticipation. It wins by turn 3 or 4 typically. And this is kind of the core beneath it. Treasure Vault, 7 mana. I really like this uncommon. 3 shield. At the beginning of your turn, convert 2 gems to loyalty gems. When the support is destroyed, create X gold tokens. X is half of the number of loyalty gems rounded down. Pretty significant. That will make a difference for mana ability. Staggering Insight, still the best uncommon spell I think in standard right now. I will be sad to see it go Teardrop Falls because of lifelink and draw. Biblioplex, I have mixed emotions about this card. It's 8 mana, support card, land. At the beginning of your turn, convert 3 gems to loyalty. I like that. I like the 8 cost, but when you activate a loyalty ability, draw a card. That card is a spell, it gains half of its mana, otherwise discard that card. All good synergy. I still find myself having very difficult times getting it out and having it stuck in my hand and not really wanting to waste gems matches to power it up. If I can get it out cheaper, then I would. It is what it is, but it serves when it does, and it doesn't when it doesn't. Rally for the Throne. 9 mana, spell card, create 3 white human tokens, adamant white. Then you gain 2 life for each creature you control. So adamant white is if you match 3 gems that are white, while casting this, which we want to do, you end up gaining some life as a result of it because of the number of creatures you control. Not your reinforcements, which is lame because it says right on there. Octagon, or, Octagon, whoever, Wizards of the Coast, whoever. When you're building these cards, can you please including their reinforcements? I think that should be a standard rule going forward. Help me, guys. Comment below and let me know if you think this is good. Because if we do reinforcements, in paper Magic, we can have a board as wide as we want. We can have 1,000 creatures on the board. That's a real thing, and we gain benefit from cards that give us life or anything for the volume of cards we have. In Puzzle Quest, we got 3 creatures max. So anything you're talking about, you get this plus for each creature, that means 3. But if you include the reinforcements, that changes the game completely. I won't complain about them. I still like this card, but the real benefit, what we want to see, everybody, I'm pretty much assuming, including reinforcements. Like, retroact that back to all cards that have ever been done. It'll be great. Divine Gambit, 6 mana, spell card. Exile the opposing non-land support with a highest cost. Then the first support card in your opponent's hand gains full mana. In other words, I'd rather you have a bird in the hand than 2 in my bush. Moving on. We're not going to read too much into that. Dire Tactics, 6 mana, white, black spell card, exile target opposing creature. If you don't control a human, then you lose life equal to your creature's toughness. Sometimes worth it. I'd rather take one-time damage from their toughness than multiple-time damage from their toughness over and over again because I can't get the creature off the board. So in a pinch, I can get it out and I take a little bit of damage. When I have my engine fully running and I have my human tokens on the board, doesn't matter. I can just do it for 6 mana. I get to exile whatever I like. And it's exile. It's permanently gone. Although this is going to be leaving standard soon. Secret Rendezvous. Hello there. 7 mana. Each player draws 3 cards. Cards you've drawn this way gain 4 mana. Significant. Let them draw their cards. Typically they'll have cards because this is a slower play. They'll pretty much be maxed out anyways. Draw a card. Let me draw mine. I want the mana. Omen of the Sun. 8 mana. Flash enchantment. When the support enters the board, gain 4 life, then create 2 human tokens. When the support is destroyed, pick one of the first 2 different enchantment cards from your library, fetch that card. And then finally, the one creature we have on the board is really because of its secondary ability. It's Oakham Ranger, 12 mana, 3/3, activate 3. Your creatures get +2/+2 until end of turn. It's a white-green creature, but we really want the flip side. 6 mana, create 3 white human tokens. Very nice, very nice. We get to get some double play out of it if we're in a pinch. Let's go take it out. Now, the goal with this deck is to ramp your loyalty to the point where I'm able to make all of my human tokens dragons. Let's see how it works. Let's get into it. So the kids are back to school, and one of my favorite commercials of all time is, "It's the most wonderful time of the year." And the kids are walking down the aisles all sad, and the parents are dancing around putting stuff into the carts. I love that commercial. All right, so what we want to do here is we actually want to do Spell Satchel, right? Perfect 1-2-3 combo. We want to get Spell Satchel out, and we want to cast Rally to the Throne. And since our mana bonuses are heavy white, we want to look for white first. We want to look for white, then blue, then green. I always have to remind myself. So white, blue, green, white, blue, green, white, blue, green. Let's go here. Let's go there. And that gives us a white match on the next one. He's going to get it. Yep, he took it. And everything else. Look at the cascades that my boy Greg gets here. Come on, Greg. Be good to me. Be good to me. And is that something that's bad? That's something that's bad. All of those are bad things. Like awful, evil, ugly, terrible things. So let's go get our own matches. Is he going to match that for me? Nope. I'll get it right here, though. Let's go. Let's go. And I've got a Dire Tactics going to get ready to go here in a second. All right, there's Spell Satchel. There's my human. I convert to loyalty. I got my humans on the bird. And I gain some life. And we're rocking and rolling. And we're ready for whatever creature he drops. It's going to have first strike or whatever it is. All right, so more beans. Now, what I do at this stage is I actually go ahead and wait. And I go ahead and wait on all of this because this is my deal. I want to keep stuff in my hand. I want to keep stuff on the board, but it's all in preparation of going to my third ability. Now you see here that I'm not going to use my first ability right now because I want to ramp into my third as quickly as possible. And as long as he'll let me not have to interact with him, my whole focus is just go get loyalty, get as much mana as I can. And what I find helps as well is if you have cards in hand that you're not going to power up, this is good. We want to do this. I think I'm going to ditch my Dire Tactics. I'm going to go here. I want to cast the spells because I want to convert the mana. Did he put another Hexus on the board? He did. Or no, I didn't destroy it, did I? No, I didn't. Let's go here. Boom, boom. So we can get a white drop. Okay. We draw that. We gain the loyalty. Look at this. Goodness. Goodness gracious. All right, so there's Hexus taking its problems for me. Ooh, look at this big beast of a boy. Hello, bad boy. We're going to have to do something sassy with you. So I've got a human token. Oh, my goodness. Just don't give him haste. It's the one challenge that white lacks is haste. Outside of Return of the God. Or look at this. Look at this. Dude's breaking my stuff. Come on, man. I'm playing a super against an OP deck with a popper build. Come on, man. Matchmaker. I don't think I appreciate this. And this is why we save everything, right? We want to make sure that we're keeping all of our stuff in play so we can do these things, these shenanigans. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's go here. Boom, boom. Wang, wang. Get that done. And we don't want you. Goodbye. So let's take you out first. No, let's take you out first. I should have both of them put out. Yeah, they're both charged up, so I'm going to get them both. Look at this business. Goodness gracious. All right, so a reset. Always keep removal in your hand. Always keep removal in your hand. Always. All right, so we got to get rid of this Hexus or it's going to nullify our deal here. So we're going to do this, and this is why we also have a secondary creature. Another thing that's note about him, too, is that he gets reach. Oh, no, that's not him. That's a different one. Excuse me. So we're going to go. Actually, we're going to do this. We're going to draw some cards, see if we can't get our loyalty up. Do not match your loyalty. But I do need to create some way of getting rid of that Hexus deal. 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. He gets a couple cards. He gets mana, too. Why? We both get mana? Why is that happening? All right. And I don't have a Dire Tactics for this one. So, and he's got Hexproof, so I can't really attack him with my Monk. So I gotta try to out-ramp him here into my next ability. There we go. Come on, third. No. Oh, there's the Dire Tactics. Yay. But it's target, isn't it? Yes, it is target. So I gotta get rid of what is giving you Hexproof here. It's not Hexus, there it is. It's that thing. All right, so we're gonna get rid of Hexus. Actually, I don't know if we want to get rid of Hexus, because that's keeping my guy from attacking right now, and we want to power him up first. So let's actually get all of our loyalty out. Let's make this, that. Let's do Treasure Vault. Yeah, let's not pop that. And we're going to go here. Boom. Give me some stuff. Okay, so I'm up to my third ability. Now I can do it. Let's hope I don't die. Let's see. He popped it. Okay, well, that's cool. So he popped Hexus for me. Don't cast another one. All right, cool. He's just attacking my face. All right, cool. And now I got to get a big enough dragon that I can do my thing. All right, so I can't attack anybody here. That's okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Third ability, Wang. 23/23. First strike, flying. Let's go. Let's put this here, actually. That gives me a better chance of getting that done. Let's go. I think it's that green. Can I get another? No, I can't. So let's just take it. Red, cool, I'll take that. So now I got a 44, 51. I got a big beast. Look at that. 51 points in one whack. And I've got a living wall with first strike. Can I kill all of his board? No! You like my board. You evil, awful, ugly person, you. So if you've got this card, I'll show it to you here in a second. If you've got this god, I highly recommend that you play it, and it will stick around after rotation, which is, let's see, can I get into my third ability again? Valkyria Protector Shield. If you're playing mono white, it's a must. You want to include it, and the reason is because it gives you an opportunity to be able to protect your creatures against individual attack, stuff like that. Now, what's unfortunate is I'm going to ditch that. I don't think I make another turn. Do I have another way to remove anything? I don't think I do. So let's do this. Let's try to draw into a Dire Tactics, which is not going to matter because they all have hexproof. Omen, it gets full mana basically, and I get another white weenie deal. Not enough. And I'm not gonna omit this. I'm gonna let this play so you guys can see where I got a 5-match. I should have gone for the 5-match. Maybe I could have gotten the dragon out, but then I would have had to have done it again. And that's gonna kill this. So let's see. Does this keep me in the game somehow? I don't think so. No, I'm pretty sure that's game. Let's see. That gives me some life. That's game. So there it is. We came close. Look at this. An extra turn, an extra way to defeat it. He's got a handful of mana. He's just over the top ramped. There's not much we're going to be able to do here. A pauper deck against that. Now, this build does play. I would really like to play this guy again with my current build. So a phone call came in while I was wrapping that up and shooting the video. I am shooting these live on my phone. And long story short, I didn't survive. I wound up getting pwned by this. So I'm leaving this in here simply because a lot of times people will say, oh, you only show the victories that you win, or you only show the games that you play where you actually win the battle. It's important you're seeing that how well this deck can hang with some of the more OP decks that are out there. So interesting. And what I said beforehand about having something be able to pull you out from behind to win, right? That's not what he has. Not unless you can protect your creatures. They're susceptible to targetable destruction. So important to keep in mind. But that's not my OP build. Let's show you the OP build. So similar theme. And I want to spotlight a card here right out the gate. Explore the Wasteland. 7 mana, spell card lesson. It's colorless, so this can go in any Planeswalker's deck. Each player fetches a first spell or land support from their library. Each player gains 7 life. Each player gains 7 loyalty. That 7 loyalty matters. Remember, our first ability is 7 loyalty. However, I don't think that this matters much by itself, because when you're playing Whirlwind of Thought on the board, every time you play, when you cast a non-creature card, draw a card, then you gain 3 loyalty. This effect can trigger up to 4 times per turn. So every time you're casting a card that is not a creature card, you're gaining loyalty. The purpose of this deck is to ramp into your 3rd ability as quickly as possible. That said, when we get into a situation and we're behind, what's the best way to clear the board and get yourself back in the game? Ruinous would have come in very handy last game. Chromanticore, my favorite spell in the game, period. Hands down, bar none. It's my creature removal. It's my life gain. It is everything. It is multicolor. It is all colors, 20 mana. You know what it does. If you don't know what it does by now, Google the thing. It's amazing. Mox Ruby, we fuel all of our red spells with Mox. Conqueror's Pledge, 12 mana with a kicker, create 9 core tokens. Kicker 13, create 18 core tokens instead. Why are we doing that? Because we're going to take a little uncommon into my mythic build, and we're going to go Kargan War Leader, 14 mana, 3/3, leader, red, white, warrior. Core tokens are core warrior tokens, so they count. Warrior creatures get +X/+X until end of turn. X is the number of warrior cards you control. This is a warrior that gets that one. It's not that big of a play. Battle for breatkdown. I think this is a flux card. Not sure if it's the case. 15 mana. If you control 2 or less creatures, create 3 human tokens, right? Otherwise, your first non-token human warrior creature gains leader human. So non-human warrior. Okay, whatever. But it's the second ability. 3 elf warrior, elf leader. He gets that, and he beefs him up even further. Throne of Man-kini? 10 mana land. I'm calling it Man-kini. You should refer to this as Throne of Man-kini and always envision Borat. Nice. At the beginning of your turn, convert 2 gems to loyalty gems, then reinforce the support. When you drain mana from your hand for a kicker effect, convert X gems to your Planeswalker's colors. Then the support loses all of its reinforcements. X is 3 plus the number of support's reinforcement. I don't try to get this thing out. I just let it happen when it happens. Fabled Passageway is why. I get Fabled Passageway out. It converts loyalty. It gets popped, and then I grab that other one. We go from there. Screenshot. Let me get that out of the way. Screenshot. Click. All right, let's use the deck. Now, this is not the most OP build. If you haven't watched Nalthazar's video, he's already posted one for Goz Master of Flowers. And so I'm going to go ahead and let a link for that somewhere down there, put that down there so you can go see it. He gives some compelling builds. This is my approach to it. So we're going up against Kasmina. Kasmina is stupid powerful. Let's go see what we can do. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. So the point of this deck is to ramp as quickly as possible. We're going to mute these down, but we're going to use Explore the Vastlands as soon as the Sapriel passable. So we're going to go, I think here. Let's see, does I get that? No, it's one short. That's all right. We get this. I think I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. All right, so they get a little bit of theirs. Let me put myself a little bit more in the middle. Right there. Good. All right, and now we got Mox Ruby. Now we want to get Mox out, and we want to charge this up. Boom, boom. So we can give ourselves all the abilities when we draw the red cards. I'm not seeing any good matches here. I guess we'll take this for the double. No landfall. All right, go for it. There's blue, giving you all the blue mana you need, Kasmina. We need some more. Let's give some more. Don't need 2 Mox Rubies. Let's go here. Boom. Get that out. That's out. And we're starting to charge our next ability. See, we're already up to our second ability here. And we may spotlight it. We may do it just to do it because this ramp's a little bit quicker. All right, so that's red. That's the only red we have. Let's get these out. Let's go here. Boom. Let's just wipe the board. Let's not even mess around with it. Let's just clear it. Ruinous, the ultimate clear of the boardish. And we're trying to get to our third ability here. We got 2 more mana we gained up there, I think. Loyalty, rather. And let's draw into our creature. There it is. Look at that. As on command, there we go. Now I'm going to mute him down until I'm full ability because I don't actually want him on the board. I'm just really trying to do one thing. And in fact, I don't even want to do that thing now. I want to put him down because why? He's red. Or she's red, whatever it is. And then these are all white. So they gain nothing from Mox Ruby. So we want to force our actual mana into those cards and let Mox Ruby pay for everything else. All red cards, there's Mox Ruby. All right, so there's another one. We can actually get that on the board because we want that. We like those. And we're going to, let's go ahead and go here. Boom. Get some white mana. We want to charge that card up as quickly as possible. And let's see here. All right, battle. Let's get battle out. It's a red card, or that's actually not. It's a green card. So I actually want to cast that up here. And let's see. Did they bounce that creature? They bounced that creature. How dare ye? And that's the case. We want this thing attacking. We want it ready to swing for game. So we're going to go ahead and put it out. I know this is a slower play. All right, I know this. I'm doing this intentionally though because I want to. It's a 1-turn kill. It's a 1-turn kill is how it should work. So you want to make sure that you're spotlighting and putting your creature in the best opportunity to win. If it's holding cards in hand that are full mana, it's basically saying we have a kill card for you, and we want to vet all that stuff out. We want to get it out of the way as soon as we can. All right, so my creatures didn't die. We're good. We're converting loyalty. I'm going to go ahead and use that. I want to get you up here. If I can cast that, I will. In fact, I'm going to put that up there. I'm going to use my third ability, Platinum Dragon, face, boom, boom, 7/7, reinforce that puppy. Let's go make some magic happen, shall we? What do we got? Yeah, we got what we need. Let's go here. Let's go for broke. Bang. Bang, boom, firepower. So now, it's core time. We're going to confirm. We're going to do another one. Boom, boom, boom. And we gain the mana because of the Man-kini, right?
Wow, it's very nice.
And let's get some more and win. So this one's all about the setup. So the key to this is getting your creatures out, giving them a warrior. And I wanted to show you a warrior option that was pretty much pauper. He's uncommon. So this is an OP setup, but I think a better one would be Prismatic Bridge and using some other creatures that would be a little more powerful. Okay, so should you get Grandmaster of Flowers? Goz Master of Flowers. Yeah, he's kind of a no-brainer, man. Listen, I don't get excited over monocolor walkers often. If you have the right cards, he matters. Even if you don't, and if you have token creators, and you can just ramp into his third ability, which is easy to do because he's a monocolor walker to get him up to level 60. Guys, this is brand new. It's going to be in the meta for a long time. I think we got a winner here, man. Like this is dollar worthy. This is IRL money worthy. It's really, really good. I would strongly encourage that you pick him up. If you're going to pick him up for gold later, he's a must. Listen, I don't like mono walkers. Strike one. Number two, I don't like white mono walkers because I don't think they're very powerful. Strike two. Strike three, no, this dude nails it. And actually, strike three was Sarah. I was a little disappointed in Sarah Angel. But this guy just knocks it out of the park, and I can't recommend him highly enough. I highly encourage you pick him up as quickly as possible because the last thing you want to do is have, especially if you're using the token that makes him hexproof, it's more difficult to wipe the board. And after rotation, let me make a prediction. After rotation happens with the next set. So when the new Innistrad cards come out, we're going to lose everything from, I think it's M21 and back, like Ikoria and Theros and Eldraine, all that's going away. And when the meta shrinks, and we're going to have very few cards to pull from, this guy's going to be a beast. Unless Innistrad introduces some board wipe that's going to be for all colors, or as impactful as Ruinous was, and not as all-consuming as Aurora, the green card, this is, man, he's going to be brutal. So if you picked him up and you have a deck that's working amazingly for you, Guardian of Faith, I know. Before you start commenting on Guardian of Faith, I've already started playtesting. I've got builds I'm going to show. My normal builds use Guardian of Faith in this guy, but I'm going to show you a build spotlighting Guardian of Faith specifically because he's ridiculous. But Goz Master of Flowers, all on his own.
He's very nice.
So I would highly encourage you pick him up. What are your thoughts? Comment below. Join our quest, my friends. Right now, we're in the thick of adventures from into Forgotten Realms. I love D&D, I love role-playing, I love fantasy, and I always say, you know, join our quest. This is why, man. Join our quest. It's the perfect time. Like, subscribe, comment. It really helps the channel out. I ain't getting paid for these, but I hope you find them helpful. If you got an ounce of benefit from this, if you found any kind of new combo, new card that you think works well for you, the best way to say thanks to me is with a subscription and a bell notification, because it really helps the channel out. And share and comment and like. But as always, join the quest. I appreciate your feedback. And always let me know what your gamer name is and what coalition you're in so I can look for you in the battlefields. As always, my friends, I appreciate you. And until our next quest, get Goz Master of Flowers. Swords up.